Hey there, I'm Jordan Herder. I'm a graduate student at the George Washington University in Washington, D.C., and I want to tell you a little bit about my research in nuclear waste and uranium chemistry. So I want to start off and tell you a little bit about how I grew up in Western Pennsylvania next to America's first commercial nuclear power plant. This power station was commissioned in 1958 and was the first of its kind in America, and has been a viable method of getting energy to the people of Western Pennsylvania for 70 years now. I grew up about 15 minutes from this power station, and for me, it's built up a fascination with nuclear power and its place in American energy production. And here is a lake. I also grew up next to this. It was also about 15 minutes away from where I live, maybe a little closer. And it's this really beautiful, deep blue iridescent color, and it just reminds you of the Bahamas or something. And I remember we could go and walk along its shores and just look at the water and look at the surrounding area. But as you may have guessed by now, this lake isn't all that it seems. So there's something about this lake that makes it this way, and it's not some tropical current that always runs through Pennsylvania that we're all accustomed to. It's actually due to us pumping waste in it and pumping chemicals into it. And again, this isn't hiding, this is out to the open. People can walk around it and we can all look at it and we can all drink it if we wanted to. But let there be no mistake about it. This is a waste dump. It actually used to be the largest of its kind in America. This is 20 billion gallons of unlined, untreated waste. And that wall you can see in front of you is 400 foot tall, and it's all rock and earth, and it's holding it in. And what is it holding it in from? Well, that dam is about 1,000 yards away from the Ohio River. The Ohio River is source water, drinking water, for 3 million people total. And not only is it affecting the drinking water of the Ohio River, a lot of people in the area have wells. So this waste has the opportunity to get into the earth and penetrate the drinking water of the people with wells surrounding it. And indeed, this has been reported around this area. I've been seeing this lake since I was a kid, and I have no idea how to deal with this. None at all. And since we have no solution, since we're generating billions of gallons of water of waste with heavy metals in it, and in my opinion, this form of energy production is completely unsustainable. We've had this technology since the Stone Age, and we don't know what to do with it. Oh, by the way, this has very little, if anything, to do with nuclear power. This is all coal. What we're used to with coal is the generation of carbon dioxide, greenhouse gas. And while this is a massive problem, we very rarely talk about the solid and liquid waste that it generates. So here it is, just sitting in this pool, getting into the groundwater, sitting 1,000 yards away from the Ohio River, and we have no answer for it. So again, I reiterate, this is unsustainable. We have no way to deal with this waste. But now you may be thinking to yourself, the only news you ever hear about nuclear power is that its waste is completely uncontrollable, and this waste sits around for years and years, and we have no answer for what to do with it, so we just store it in a mountain somewhere. This right here is why I do nuclear research. Nuclear power does generate waste, and I've heard it said by professionals that the biggest problem with nuclear power production is the waste it generates. But we've had our chance with coal. It's messy. It creates waste that we also don't know how to deal with, except that's sitting on our front lawns, whereas nuclear power is at least kept far enough away from us that it doesn't hurt us. I came to downtown DC because I have the opportunity to solve one of the biggest challenges in the power industry today and in environmental safety generally. The main hurdle to nuclear power production is the stigma against it. We need to change the minds of policymakers. We need to change the minds of the citizens. Once we do that, we can cut out coal, do away with our dangerous blue lakes, and find new applications for these elements we've only been dealing with for 70 years now. I'm here to build on the research so we can make nuclear a viable option. And that is why clean really is up to us. This has all been an effort to improve the science communication here at the George Washington University, so I really want to encourage you to share your feedback and tell us how we're doing. Thank you very much.